Okay, we're going to look at creating equations, learning target 3B. Number 1, it says Lane has 27 sweaters and each month she gets 2 more. For A, I need to write the expression for this situation and tell what the constraints are. So again, I think about how many does she currently have? She has 27. So I'm going to write 27, and then each month she gets, so she's receiving 2 more. So plus 2 each month. So I'm going to put an M. Now my constraints, I ask myself, what cannot happen with sweaters? I cannot have negatives. I also cannot have decimals. Now letter B, it says if she continues this for 7 months, will she have at least 45 sweaters? So using my expression, 27 plus 2M, but instead of having the M, I'm plugging in how many months they're asking, which is 7. So I'm going to put parentheses 7. I go ahead and I solve that, and that equals 41. She wants at least, so she wants greater than or equal to 45. Does she have that? No. She is 4 short. This one says, in order to make money, John bought 76 skateboards for $320. He sells each skateboard for $85 and wants to make a profit of at least $450. I need to write an inequality and explain each part. So as far as number goes, I'm talking about skateboards one time. I'm talking about 76 of those, and then I'm talking about $320, $85, and $450. So the thing that I am not going to pay attention to is the number with skateboards. So I'm going to go ahead and underline all of my money. So 320, sells each skateboard for $85 and wants to make at least $450. So John goes to the store and he buys something. So he currently does not have that $320 anymore. So that is minus $320. Then he sells each skateboard for $85. So people are going up to him and giving him $85, but we don't know how many skateboards people are buying. So we're going to put an S. And we want that to be at least $450. Now the last bit that I need to do is write down that the negative 320 is the amount spent. The plus 85S is the amount sold for each skateboard. And the greater than or equal to 45 or 450 is the profit, how much he wants to make. This one says, after training for 3 weeks, Kylie can now run 2 miles in 35 minutes, and her goal is to run 2 miles in 25 minutes. Letter A, if she wants to drop 2 minutes from her time each week, we just need to write the equation. So we're talking about 3 weeks. We're talking about 2 miles. And we're talking about 35 minutes, 25 minutes, and 2 minutes. So I am going to only pay attention to my minutes. I'm not going to pay attention to my number of weeks or my miles. So I'm going to underline 35, 25, and drop 2 minutes each week. So the current amount that she's running at is 35 minutes. Then the next piece of information says that her goal is 25. If someone's goal is something, that's where they want to be. That's where they want to equal at eventually. Now letter A says what happens. And that is that she's dropping 2 minutes. If someone's dropping 2 minutes, they're losing it. So it's minus 2. And we're not putting an M because we're talking about minutes. We're putting a W because we're talking about weeks. Now if she continues this for 12 weeks, will she reach her goal? So we're going to use 35 minus 2W, but instead of that W, that's going away, and I'm going to put in parentheses 12. And we're going to solve for that. And that equals 11 minutes. Now let's see, did she reach her goal? So off to the side, I've been noticing that a lot of you guys need to do this because it'll probably help you. You're going to write how much she starts at, which is 35. Then she wants to go ahead and be at 25. That's her goal. And she ends up at 11. So she's starting, she's going, she hits her goal, and then she keeps going. So did she hit her goal? Yes. She even went past.